What is going on, nerds and nerdettes? It's your boy Stevie B with another episode of Don't Be That Customer from my The Mo You Know series. I wasn't going to do, I kind of got off of them for a while because I wasn't sure how people were going to react to them, but people seem to like them, so I'll try to, incorporate one of these in maybe every month or so or something, and we'll just call this for the month of May. And today we're going to talk about what I promised in my last episode. We're going to talk about the midnight pot zombies. Oh yeah. All right. Before y'all go and start roasting me in the comments about, giving me all the, oh, Stevie B, pot ain't bad for you, Bob. Pot's good, and pot this, pot and that, and oh, don't be downing on weed and all this. Well, couple things. First of all, I am pro legalization. Legalize that shit. Let the stoners pay for new roads and schools for a while. You know what I mean? Tax shit out of it. Legalize it. I'm all for it. I don't have anything against people that smoke pot. Really I don't. I'm indifferent, Hell, some of my good friends smoke weed. And I just don't like it. I just never cared for it. So that's why I don't smoke it. But this is not me slamming potheads. I promise you. Because honestly, the pot zombies, or weed demons as some of us call it, are more of a source of entertainment than they are an annoyance. The only thing that they're annoying about, they come in and they will spend hours in that store. I mean, hours trying to pick out something to satisfy them stoner munchies. And guys, I got news for you. By the time you come in there at midnight and you're baked like a potato, it don't matter what you buy. It's going to taste freaking amazing. I promise you. Just pick something and go. Here's the only reason why it bothers me that they hang out there so long. One of the reasons was I wanted to go out and smoke a cigarette, but your boy recently has quit smoking. By the time you see this video, it should be well over a week. I think as of the filming of this video, it's been 1 week without a cigarette. Doing pretty good. Haven't killed anyone yet, and my skin isn't crawling. So I'm doing pretty good. But anyway, that was one reason. But now one of the main reasons is your boy works by himself at night. I don't have no help. And, when the urge strikes that your boy's got to go to the bathroom and you got 3 or 4 pod zombies in here wandering aimlessly up and down the aisle like, oh, dude, they got so much shit. I don't know what I want. You're going to get the same thing you always get. You're going to get 4 bags of chips, some beef jerky, some donuts, and a freaking slushie. Just cut to the end and grab your shit and get out so I can go pee. So meanwhile, I'm standing up there doing the pee-pee dance, and you guys are like taking your sweet ass time to pick out your damn chips and shit. But constant source of entertainment, man. Just constant source of entertainment. At least once a week, somebody comes over to the donut case, and those little tissues that you pull out to use to pick up the donuts with, so you don't touch the food and get it all over your fingers or whatever. I don't know how many times, at least once a week, one of the pod zombies comes in there and grabs one of them tissue papers out of there, and he'll sit there and try to open it like it's a bag. And I won't say nothing. I'll just watch him. I'll watch him for 10 minutes and just laugh my freaking head off. It's the funniest damn thing. Oh my God. It's like, holy crap, dude. Man, puff, puff, pass. You know what I mean? But anyway, But I mean, the scene. These are actual photographs taken by me in the actual store. It starts off like this. Boom. Yeah. As you can see, the swishers are wiped completely out. And then that's early in the evening. Then at midnight, you get this group. Boom. Standing, hovering over the donut case. Can't decide what they're going to get. So what do? They end up doing this. Boom. They just take all of the fucking donuts. And oh my God, it's just funny, man. And the best part about stoners is that you can fuck with them and they don't even know you're fucking with them. You get up there and they'll like, is that all for you? No. They'll look at you like, huh? What? Oh, yeah, dude. And then they got to try to operate the debit card machine reader. They can't open their eyes, so they're just like, They put it in backwards, upside down, or some shit like that. And you're just like, oh my God, dude. Oh. But anyway, but the stoners, like I said, they're more of a source of entertainment. They're funny to me because they will buy $90 worth of shit. And then it's the same goes with the ones that I don't like. That's the freaking meth heads. Oh my God. The meth heads come in and they walk in the store. I mean, you get this meth head chick, they'll walk into the store and she's just like tweaking her nuts off, just tweaking to death. Man, just bouncing off the wall, strutting too, like her shit don't stink, strutting around and everything and looking like a dumpster fire. And they come in and they want to ramble. They just blah, 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 blah. They want to talk to you. And I'm like, you can't understand a word they're saying. And then they can't function. They literally can't function. What's funny is when they go to pay for their shit and they got a debit card. If they ain't trying to swipe the dollar bill in their credit card reader, hey, don't laugh, it's happened. I know I posted that funny little gif of somebody doing it, and I couldn't believe I found one of somebody actually doing it, but it's happened to me, trying to swipe their dollar bill. But the ones that you say, okay, your total comes to this, and they look at the debit card reader, and then they start dancing around, eyeballing it like they're fixing to square off against it, like they're about to start a fight. It's like, oh man, yeah, like that guy right there. Yeah, that's it. And what they bouncing off the damn walls, and when they've gone to your bathroom, because you go into the bathroom to check it after they leave, and the diaper changing station is always down, and there ain't no babies in there. So, but here's the thing that pisses me off about all the druggies that come in here. Here's what happened. They come in here, they come into the store, and they will literally, I think my record was $113. And it's $113 of chips, candy, beef jerky, donuts, cookies, just nothing but junk food. $113 worth of junk food. And how do you think they pay for it? You guessed it. Food stamps. Hey, don't roast me about the food stamp thing. There are people out there that are falling on hard times, and they earn those food stamps. They worked their whole lives. They paid in their taxes, and they hit hard times. And God bless you. Try to get back on your feet. Single moms with kids to raise, trying to get back on their feet. I get it. Sometimes we all need a little help. But when you come into my store and you're geetered out of your freaking mind from all the drugs that you're on, and you plop down $113 worth of junk, and not one not one nutritional valued article of grocery in there. Not 1 gallon of milk, not 1 loaf of bread, not a dozen of eggs. Not even any SpaghettiOs or ramen noodles or any. Just all 100% crap junk food. When you plop that down on my counter and you whip out that EBT card, that food stamp card, and pay for it, there's a little piece inside of me that just wants to go, oh, fuck you. And sorry, that's my opinion. And if you disagree with my opinion, you're probably one of those people. What was funny is when the cop came in, he pulled these guys over because they had the tail light out. And they came in bitching because this evil cop pulled them over for no reason whatsoever. And they were geetered. I mean, they were tweaked out of their head. But the cop can't do nothing. He can't arrest you because you got fucked up. I mean, you know, unless it's a DWI of some sort. But he didn't arrest them. He just gave them a... But they come in and said, they go, fucking cops ain't got nothing better to do, pull me over for no fucking reason whatsoever. And he's just sitting there just, you know, and I was like, no reason at all? He just picked you out of a crowd and decided to pull you over? Oh, well, I had a tail light out. And I'm like, oh, okay, so you had a reason. You know. I said, did he give you a ticket? He goes, no. I said, so he let you off the hook? He said, yeah. And I said, yeah, what an asshole. He goes, man, we pay their salary. We pay their salary. And I was like, oh, yeah, whatever, man. And he's walking down the aisles, looking through the candy bar aisle, just digging at his face and scratching, and comes up there with $50 worth of junk food and whips out that EBT. And I'm thinking, oh, well, as it turns out, he pays your salary along with me and everybody else. So, but... That is my biggest beef with the druggies that come in there, man. But then it's mostly the meth heads and the crack heads and the, oh my God, and oh man, the stoners. I mean, you get a mixed bag of the stoners, man. You get stoners that come in there all the time. Hell, half the people who work there are stoners, but they come in, they hold a job down, they smoke a little weed once in a while. Cool. You know, but man, if when you come in and buy $113 worth of groceries and whip out an EBT, that just grinds my gears. I can't help it. But anyway, but off topic, the druggies, man. It's like we have 3 stores in my little town, and one of them is we call affectionately is known as Meth Mart because they sell those little glass miniature vases, they call them, which is code for crack pipe. And I'm like, why don't they all go there? That's their home. This store caters to these people. Go there. Leave me alone. And our store doesn't sell rolling papers. So when they come in and they ask if we got rolling papers, I'll say, no, we don't carry rolling papers. And they'll go, well, why not? And I'm like, they consider it paraphernalia, I guess. So they don't want to carry paraphernalia. And I said, but if you go up to Meth Mart up the street, they got all your paraphernalia needs up there. And I call it Meth Mart to them. And what's odd is everybody knows what I'm talking about when I call it that. So anyway, but we have strayed off the don't be that customer. So here's the customer you don't want to be. Don't get freaking just tweaked out of your freaking mind and then decide to go shopping. Just don't do it. The stoners, on the other hand, I get it. And the stoners never caused me any problems, really. I've never caught one of the stoners shoplifting because they can't run. You know, what are they going to do? Put it in their pocket and go, it'd be like slow motion. They'd be playing that Chariots of Fire theme in the back. I mean, they ain't gonna run from anybody. But, and so they don't really even bother me that much. It's usually mostly the ones that get on my nerves are the tweakers and the meth heads that come in there. Just we call it geetered. I don't know if that's a word where you guys are from, but around here they call it geetered. Just geetered out of their mind, come in here and just cannot handle their business. If you're that jacked up, stay home, or just don't do meth or crack. Just, that's a good thing. I never understood how someone knowing what that shit does to you can think to themselves, hey, you know what? Sounds good. Sign me up. I just don't get it. But hey, that's another story. I don't pretend to know what people's problems are, but I just know, man, when I've worked at that store now for going on 5 years, and I've seen regular customers that have come in that have transformed, and you can see them young, especially in the young women that come in, and they're these beautiful young women, and then they slowly transform into these scab picking, no teeth, that big around everywhere, tweaking their balls off. I know women don't have balls, but you get the idea. They're just tweaking them out of their mind, and just see them deteriorate. It's a crying shame to see that. Don't be that person. If you take away anything from this video, yeah, I poke fun at customers on this video, but in all seriousness, if you see what I see with these customers that come in that are on that shit, you don't want to be that person. I mean, it's so much easier to not start than it is to stop. You know what I mean? So I wished I had done the same thing with smoking. I smoked for 41 years. Would have been so much easier to say no. I know, corny, but to just said no to begin with than it is to try to quit now. Don't start, you don't have to quit. And I'll leave you on that note. That is going to do it for this episode. Not sure what I'm going to do for the next episode. This one started off to be funny and turned a little serious at the end. Sorry. But anyway, not sure what I'll do for the next one. I'm happy to hear some suggestions. I'm sure I go back to work tomorrow night, and I'm sure that somebody will give me some new material. It's an endless supply of material up there. I just haven't given it much thought. But that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you do that thing, like my shit, comment on my shit, subscribe to my shit, and turn that bell on so you don't miss my new shit. And we'll see you in the next shit. Peace.